Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well and having a great week. Today's video is a Q&A and I'm with my boyfriend David from WarGamingParrot. We asked you guys for some questions on parrot care and the flock. We asked you guys on Instagram, on the Birds Instagram, the link's below if you want to go and check them out, and we also asked on YouTube too, and we got loads of questions, so we're going to split it into two parts. So I'm doing one on here and then we're going to do one on David's channel as well, so make sure you head over there. We're going to put a card at the top and then prepare for the next Q&A after this one.
Our first question is, what's the best starter bird? Is a cockatiel okay?
So this one comes up quite a lot actually, and I personally, I think you probably agree, we don't believe in starter birds. I think if you're going to commit to getting a pet, you should be putting your full research into it and your full attention, care and time, and you shouldn't be getting a pet just to kind of prepare for the next step. You should be looking to give them the best life possible and all of your focus and attention. And of course you can add to your flock later, but I don't think you should get one pet to prepare you for the next one. I feel like you can do loads and loads of research. You can get in touch with parrot rescues or zoos and wildlife parks, anywhere that you can try and get some experience if you feel like you're not quite ready for a bird. Of course, reach out to me and David as well. We're more than happy to give you as much information as possible, but I don't think that starter bird is necessarily a good term because it kind of sounds like the animal is disposable when it's not. The next question is, how do you stop your parrot from getting bored?
Well, there's loads and loads of ways of doing that. I mean, obviously putting loads of toys in their cage, having toys outside the cage for them to play with, playing with them yourself. There's loads of things you can do with your parrot. Training, we have some videos on training.
Loads of videos on David's channel, so make sure you head over there.
Lots of training. There's so many different things you can do to keep your bird entertained. They're very intelligent creatures and you just need to interact with them and give them plenty to do, just like you would a child. So, what kind of water do you give your parrots?
This one is, I've seen this kind of floating around the internet a lot. Our parrots just get tap water, they don't get anything special. We do live in a hard water area, but there's nothing wrong with them having the hard water. If it's safe for us to drink, it's safe for our parrots to drink. I know some people give their birds bottled water and, you know, treat them like royalty and stuff, and it's not necessarily that I wouldn't do that. The plastic isn't great for the environment, but they don't need to have, you know, purified water. The tap water, if it's safe for us, it's safe for them. So the next question is, my budgie's nails really need trimming. Should I restrain him and just do it, or should I just start training him now?
First of all, try and train him first. It's much better if you can train him to accept having his nails trimmed. It's much better for you and much less stressful for the bird. If you absolutely have to restrain him because they're really long and are catching on clothes and stuff, look up some restraint techniques, learn to do it properly, because it's very easy to hurt a bird. They're quite fragile creatures, so make sure you do it right. We
also just want to take the opportunity to apologise for the screaming. It's a very sunny morning here, which we haven't had in a while, and the birds are taking full advantage of being extremely noisy whilst Pickles kind of hides in my hair somewhere in there.
So this question's from Pee-wee and Billy off Instagram. We think they're very cute. Yeah, we actually follow you. Really cool. What's the longest you'll leave your bird for?
I think the longest is when we went to Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Probably, so we left at what, 8:30? 8 o'clock? And then we got home maybe like 6 or 7 in the evening.
It's a bit earlier than that, I think it's more like 5.
Yeah, but we would leave them a bit longer, it wouldn't be an issue. We would never leave them overnight just because of the risk of night frights, and I just don't think it's very safe, you know, if they were to get entangled in anything in their cage, that kind of thing, it's not ideal. And we feed our birds twice a day anyway, so they'd miss out on their evening meal and their breakfast the next morning. So we wouldn't leave them for ages and ages, but we would leave them for, you know, early in the morning until sort of late in the evening. That would be how long we'd probably leave them.
No longer than that, yeah.
So the next one is from Messy Beaks. We're not doing shout outs for everyone because I've forgotten everyone's username, so I apologise, it's nothing personal, but these are just some of the ones that I remember, people who have kind of messaged us personally. So Messy Beaks, hello. Messy Beaks asks, what got you into birds?
I don't know, it's a difficult question really. I've had birds most of my life in one form or another, different pets. They're just really cute and they're so intelligent and fluffy and just really nice. Really like them.
For me, I got into birds when I was about 17. I got a couple of pet ducks and they were just absolutely fantastic and a really underrated pet. They're just as affectionate as dogs. And then my love of animals just kept spiralling, and then I went to study animal management and then an honours degree in animal behaviour and welfare, specialising in birds. I've done loads of volunteering and work with birds. I've been head of birds at a farm park. And I just think they're fantastic. There's over 10,000 species of birds and each one is totally individual. Even the little brown ones that everyone always kind of discounts as boring, they're not boring. Each one is amazing, and yeah, I don't know, there's just something about them, they're just awesome. So the next question is, what is your favourite pellet brand?
We like Tops. It's cold pressed. It's got a lack of sugar in it. Sugar in pellets is not good. And it's got what we think are the best ingredients for birds.
Yeah, I mean, pellets aren't a huge part of our birds' diet. They do have a very healthy diet of vegetables and sprouts and healthy seed. But Tops is definitely the only one that we would recommend on the market. There are a lot of terrible pellets on the market. And actually Megan from Happy Tales did a video recently kind of analysing some of the ingredients, some of the most popular ones that you may have heard of or may even feed. And it's really, really important, we can't stress it enough, to please read the ingredients list of your pellets, because you'll be surprised at what's in there. If they are based on wheat, soy or corn, get rid of them.
This question's from Ornithology Dude. When are you going to start selling and making bird toys?
It's in progress. If you watched my setting goals video, you'll know that we are hoping to start a business making and selling handmade bird toys with all great materials that we would give to our birds. So anything that we decide to sell is going to be tried and tested with the birds, so we know that they are awesome. But it's in progress. Things are in motion, aren't they? So the next question is another shout out to Suzanne. She comments every single day on Chip and Fish's posts. We love you, Suzanne. Thank you so much for your dedication. And she's been there right from the start as well. We just had a couple of hundred followers and now we've got 21,000 odd followers, which is kind of crazy. But anyway, hi Suzanne, thank you for your question. Suzanne asked, do all of your birds eat the same food?
Generally, yeah, we give them the same chop and the same sort of mix of seed and pellets and stuff, but they have different preferences. Like Chip and Fish, they like their vegetables a lot more. They're also big into their millet, whereas Pickles loves sunflower seeds, which we only give her occasionally because they're a bit fatty. Training. Yeah, only for training. Probably one gets excited there. And she loves fruit. She's definitely a sweet beak. She loves her fruit. She loves, what's her favourite, like mango, she likes apple, raspberry, strawberry. Anything sweet she'll eat.
But also one thing they all have in common is they all like crunchy food. They don't like kind of sloppy, wet, mushy food.
This question, what do you think of vitamin supplements for birds?
I'm actually going to make a whole video on this, because generally you don't need to use them unless they're vet recommended, otherwise you can overdose your bird on vitamins. There are some supplements that are worth having in the cupboard just in case. For example, we have Guardian Angel and Ada Pro in case there's a situation where the birds are unwell, but generally they are not needed if you are feeding a healthy diet of vegetables, sprouted seeds and healthy seeds. So the next question is, how often do you deep clean the cages?
We deep clean it once a week. That means a very thorough cleaning with F10 or the perfect scrub like today, and making sure that the floor's all changed and everything. But we also spot clean at least once a day as well, picking up the poo, just making sure everything's okay.
And taking up old veggies as well in the morning.
You don't want them sitting around. Our next question is, how did you come up with their names? They're hecking adorable.
I think I can take credit for coming up with Chip.
Yeah, Fish was my mum's credit. We thought it just would match Chip as well, it'd be kind of cute.
For some reason I just thought Chip was a fun name, and when we went to see them when they were a month old, it was just this little bright yellow, like little Bart Simpson cute ball of fluff, as was Fish. And
it's got a silvery colour then, so yeah. Fish was like a fish, you know, and then Pickles was more of a sort of a joint decision really, because we thought Fish, Chip and Pickles as well. Yeah,
I originally thought the name Banjo. I think that's a really cute name for a bird, but it didn't really fit in with the food, the kind of theme, so
we wanted Pickles.
And I know so many birds are called Pickles, but that doesn't matter because it's a cute name. And the last question for this Q&A, which is a good question for you to answer, is I brought home my new cockatiel and he doesn't trust me. Any tips on bringing home a new bird and how to bond with them?
I did a video on this recently because it's something I've experienced with, because I've had hand tame and non-hand tame birds and I've kept them, sort of helped them out. Easy tips without sending you to my video: sit around with your bird, sit next to their cage, spend time with them. If the bird isn't too large, put your hand inside the cage, just leave it perfectly still so they can get used to your hand being around, sort of like climbing on it. Talk to them. They may not understand what you're saying, but they can understand tones. And just treat them as well. Treat them through the bars. Give them like their favourite treat. For example, these guys do millet. Feed them through the bars, because then they sort of associate you with positivity and they start to get used to you and start to sort of think, hey, this person's really nice to me.
I think the real key is patience and time.
Yes.
It's not going to happen straight away. It might take a really long time, or it might take a really short time, but each bird's different, so take your time. But head over to David's video. Again, card will be at the top if you'd like to go and check it out. Another quick point I just wanted to make is if you already have birds in the home and you're bringing home a new bird, you need to quarantine them in a separate part of the house for at least 30 days and then not interact with both birds at the same time. Make sure you're washing your hands between touching bowls and things, just to make sure there's no signs of anything going wrong before you introduce them to your flock. So I just wanted to add that in at the end. So that brings us to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed our Q&A today. As I said, part 2 is going to be on David's channel. Make sure you head over there now and get subscribed so you can get a notification as soon as it goes live. But from me, David, Pickles and the screaming boys who've been screaming all morning, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Let me know how you're doing in the comments as well, as we'd love to chat to you. But take care and see you later.